Hi guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, and I've had a few queries from people about how to unzip the SVG Journal Pack and then what to do with the contents in that pack and how to upload it to your electronic cutting machine software. So today I'm going to show you how to do that in the Cricut Design Space. Unfortunately, I don't have a different type of electronic cutting machine like a Silhouette or a Brothers Scan and Cut. So I can't show you that, but I'm hoping that you'll understand the principles and be able to apply in your own software. So when I download from Etsy any files, whether they're from me or for anyone else, they come into my downloads folder. So wherever it is that your files go when you download from somewhere, you'll need to go to that folder and you should find the SVG Journal Pack, which is a zip file. So the first thing we need to do is unzip it. So I'm just going to double click on that and it's showing me now what is the contents inside that file folder and giving me the option to extract all. So there's two things in this file folder that in this zipped file folder. There's the guide and then this document here, SVG Journal Pack.svg, is the file that we're going to upload to Cricut Design Space. So it says that it's a Microsoft Edge HTML document, but what gives it away is that it's the file extension is .svg, so that's what we're going to upload to Cricut. So right now I'm just going to click on extract all and it's going to tell me where it's going to put it. It's going to put it back in my downloads in the same named folder, and it's going to open up that folder when it's complete. So I can just click extract. And it's now unzipped that folder and it's showing me the contents. So the first thing we can do is have a look at the guide, which is a PDF document, and it looks like this. Let's shrink it down a little bit so we can see it. So there's a picture on the front cover of a journal, and we'll just make that go away. Thank you, Adobe. Then there's some information here about uploading it to your cutting machine software, which is what we're doing today, about changing those score lines, or what will come as cut lines to score lines, a little bit of information about sizing and rotating the objects on the canvas if you have directional paper. Then it just says here you'll receive one SVG file and it has 23 elements and mats, and then there is a link to the playlist on my YouTube channel, which is called Creativa, and this will take you to lots of tutorials and flip throughs where I've made journals using this pack. So then at the end there's a little bit of copyright fluff, and then there's a picture of all of the items that you get in the journal pack. So this is what it will look like when it comes up on your screen in the software, in your cutting machine software, but it won't have this writing on it. So I've just included this for you to print out if you want to be able to refer to it. Okay, so that's the guide. Let's close that. And now we don't want to open this here. We want to head over to Cricut Design Space and upload it there. Sorry, I'll just turn that off. Okay, so I'm going over to Cricut Design Space and I am in a new project, and I'm going to click on upload on the left, and then I'm going to click upload image, and then I'm going to click browse, and then I need to go back to my downloads folder, and let's just open this up a bit. You can see there's the zip folder, and then there's the folder that we've just unzipped. So I'm going to double click on that, and then I'm going to select this document here, this second one, and I'm going to click open. And there it is. So this is exactly the same as what it looked like in the guide. All my pieces there. So I'm going to go over to the end and click upload. And then I'm going to click on that file that's been uploaded and go to the right and click insert images, and then it will bring those images into our design space, as you can see. So the first thing I'm going to do is minimize my screen a little bit so we can see more of what we've got on the canvas. That's not everything. Let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, So now I'm at 25% and I can see everything. So the first thing I need to do is ungroup the whole lot. And then you'll see that some of these files here have internal lines. In fact, most of them do, and we need to change those from cut lines to score lines. So let's start by clicking on this little guy up here. I'm going to go back in again so we can see it a bit larger. So this is a pocket. Sorry about that. So this is a pocket and it has these 3 lines on the inside, and they need to be score lines, but right now they'll be recognized as cut lines. So if I click on that blue piece and then I go over to my layers panel, you can see here where it's highlighted this piece, and it's got those 3 cut lines and it says basic cut, but we don't want it to be a basic cut, we want them to be scores. So we're going to click on that one, and I'm going to come up here to operation up in the top left, click on that drop down arrow and change it from basic cut to score. And then if I click off it, you'll see it's changed those lines to dashed lines and not solid lines, which is exactly what we want. So then I'm just going to click on that again and go over here, and you can see now that again it's highlighted the bluey piece that it's sitting on and the score lines. So once it's selected all of that, I'm going to click attach, and it will attach those score lines to that piece. But what it's done is brought that piece forward, so now the pink mat that's sitting underneath we can't see. So I'm just going to right click on this one and say move backward or center back, probably center back, there we go. And now we can see our mat again. So then I'm just going to click off it, and then I'm going to drag my mouse over both those pieces, and I'm going to click group so that that mat will always stay with that piece now. So I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm just going to go down here, select the basic cut lines, change them in operation from basic cut to score, and then go back down, select that whole piece, the score lines and the piece itself, and click attach. Then I'm going to go back over to the piece, right click on it, say center back, click off it, and then drag my mouse over both and click group. And I'm just going to do that for all of the pieces that have those lines in them. So if we go over to the layers panel, you can see now that in that group it says attach, and I know that my score lines have been attached to my pocket, and that in that group I've also grouped together my mat for that pocket, so that makes it nice and easy. So I'm going to need to go through and do this for all my pockets. So I'm going to change that basic cut to score, go back over, select the whole piece, and then click attach. I'm going to send it to the back. I'm going to drag my mouse over it and click group, and I'm going to do the same with all of these. Okay, so I have gone ahead and changed all of the internal lines from cut lines to score lines and attached my mat to all of those pieces. There were some pieces where I didn't need to do anything, I didn't need to change any lines from cut lines to score lines, but I grouped the mat and the piece together. For example, the viewfinder didn't need any lines changed, but I put it together as a little group, so it's a little group over here in my layers panel. The same with the rolodex card and the slide, the same with the tickets, and the same with the notebook insert, and also the slot pocket. So everything is now sort of grouped together with its little mat, so it doesn't all get lost and I don't get too confused. So now we can save the project. So I'm just going to click save, and I'm going to call it Journal Pack, and I put it in my collection called Bella Creativa Projects. I'll just save it to that collection. You save it to any collection that you want, and then I'm going to click save. So one of the great new features of Cricut Design Space is now I can copy pieces from one canvas over to another. So I will keep this journal pack as it is, and I won't ever make any changes to it. It will always stay like this. And when I want to cut some pieces out, I will just select those and put them, copy them and paste them into another canvas. So for example, let's say I just want to cut out pockets. So I'm going to select all my pockets. I missed one, but that's okay. Let's say I select everything here. I'm going to say Control C, and then I'm going to go down to my next untitled canvas here and press Control V, and it's going to paste everything into here in a minute. There we go. So now I've got all of those pieces. So let's say I only want to cut out these pockets here. So I'm just going to delete all of those pieces like that. And then let's say I don't want to cut out the mats. So then I'll just go ahead and hide all those mats. I can even delete them because I've got my master file open in another window. So then I can just hide all of those mats for now because I just want to cut my pockets out, and there's my pockets all ready to go. Maybe I want to cut out more of these little ones, so I'm just going to bring it over here and duplicate it, and let's say I want 3 of those. I'm going to put those 3 there. Let's say I don't want the letter pockets because I'm using A4 paper. I'm going to delete those 2, and let's say that the corner pocket is facing the wrong way. So I'm going to duplicate that, then I'll drag it over, and then I'm just going to click on flip and flip horizontal, and now I have a pocket going the other way as well. So that's how I work. So then I can flip, once I've cut all of those things out and I'm happy with it, maybe I've cut some mats out, maybe I haven't, I can just delete that whole lot and go back over to what I like to use as my sort of master file, and everything's there and I don't lose anything. Everything's grouped together so with its mats, so I don't lose anything. So that is how to upload or unzip your file and upload it to Cricut Design Space, how to change the cut lines to score lines, create a project, and then some tips on how to do that. Don't forget also that you can resize things and make them bigger or smaller. So let's grab the viewfinder, Control C. I'm going to go over to my other window and click Control V. And there's my little viewfinder. Let's say, because I've got it shrunk down quite a bit here, let's say I want to make it smaller. Well, I can do anything to this viewfinder here, knowing that my original is back over here safely in my master file. So let's say I want to make a tiny little viewfinder. How cute would that be? There we go, and then I can click make it and I can cut that out nice and easily. Okay, so don't forget that you can resize everything on here. As long as it fits in your journal still, then you can do anything you like. Okay, I hope this has been a helpful little tutorial, and I hope that you're following along. I'm currently doing a series done by Dorothy, and we're both making this journal using her graphic design bundles and kits, and it's been awesome fun. So I hope you go around and find those videos. Otherwise, I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks. Bye for now.